Now the stopwatch is working. Still the tab is gonna work just like before, but I focused on these two buttons here, start and stop button. Now they work like a stopwatch. And then when you press stop, it prints out the time that passed, 7.54 seconds, so it's almost 8 seconds. I see some potential in this lesson here because I use a system resource. How I learned how to reference to a system by using this class called system. It gives you options for example, getting a current time in milliseconds, and there are several more under that category, but I think for computer programming this is probably the most useful. So it takes the time when in this case, you know, the stop button is clicked, because the button has an on-click listener. And here too I use the same thing, current time milliseconds here, so it's associated with the start button here, start watch button. So when the start watch button is pressed, it takes time from the system in milliseconds, and it's gonna be stored in a start variable here, and same with the stop button. So I get two time values here, stop in. To make it work like a stopwatch, I have to calculate the difference between stop and start, and that's what I did here, and store the result in a variable called named result. The rest is simply printing out the value of the variable result on the screen, and that's how this line does that. This is a text view. It's a name for the text view I created, and on the text view is, well, you know, the variable name for this thing here. Okay, and to assign the value, set text, and so this is gonna be the value of the text. And this is how kind of neat how to format the milliseconds into minutes, seconds, and milliseconds, and also these three things, how you format it, you know, column, and there's no logic behind. Probably there's some logic, but I just have to remember that the percentage D refers to this, and percentage 0 to D refers to this, and percentage 0 to D refers to that. So I just have to follow this format. And also these values here are taken from, you know, here by using result. You know, result is just a, you know, milliseconds, so I'm dividing it into extracting the different, well, I'm reformatting this in milliseconds, seconds, and minutes by using this. And if I turn this into milliseconds, it's just milliseconds, but seconds is like 1,000th of milliseconds, so that's how I did it. And the minutes is, if you divide the seconds by 60, then you get a minute. So now I get this. This is just a simple math. And the most important part is here, percentage. What it does is, okay, what milliseconds divided by 100, then assign the remainder, and this means, you know, divide seconds by 60 and assign the remainder. So it's kind of useful for stopwatch kind of thing.